congratulations to Mary Ann. Award very much deserved. And now I'd like to introduce last year's Man of the Year and a good friend of Variety, Mr. David Darnell. David.
Thank you, Tony. It's been a great year as Variety's Man of the Year, and it's a real privilege to pass the torch to a man that exemplifies what it really means to give others the chance to be successful against all odds. He has used his own resources to make that happen and has had an impact on thousands of people in our community who just needed a helping hand. Let's watch this video.
When I think about Dennis, I really think that the characteristics that strike me most about him and that I admire the most are not necessarily what he's done, but who he is. And he's a person that cares about people and cares about special needs. And I think whether that comes from his background in the health professions for all of his career, or I probably believe that it comes more simply from his inner being, and that's just who Dennis is.
Well, I guess first my motivation for Judy and I to pay back, if you would, was first generated by the good fortune that we've had in our lives in many, many ways, not just financial, but with health and children and grandchildren, and good fortune in that regard as well. But a lot of it begins with my parents and the ways I was raised, the way I was raised, which is fairly typical the way Judy and I were raised, that it was an obligation for those who had good fortune to help the less fortunate. So we've sort of, as good fortune came our way, became more dedicated to fulfilling that obligation.
Dennis is like the consummate business leader. He started a business from a little operation and created it into a huge operation. And that's what the American Dream's all about, and that's what we teach. So it's a natural fit.
It's very, very important to have people that are willing to give back. Dennis has been very successful in business, and he had a wonderful company, and when he retired, he and Judy took it upon themselves to give back to their community, and you know, people that do that set examples for other people in generosity, and I think the Joneses have been leaders in that capacity.
And Dennis is someone who's been there in all different ways and many different times on a whole bunch of efforts. So someone like him is, you know, it's necessary to have people like Dennis Jones in our town, and you're not going to find too many quite like Dennis that really are there to try to help make a difference in the lives of people who need a little extra help.
We've dedicated ourselves in our philanthropic work a lot to education, and then there's the aspect of those who are really less fortunate in a physical or mental way, and that always tugs at all of our heartstrings, and we just think Variety does things that in this community that no other work does. And when you see the children's choir and you participate in those activities, and you get a hug from one of these people that it's difficult for them to move a limb, it's very, very gratifying to know that we've made just a little bit of difference in their quality of life.
Well, I think it's appropriate that the Variety Club honor Dennis because, first, he has a great love for children. He has a great love for people. He has a great love for this community. But not just having the love, he's one who steps forward with his time and his resources to make it a better city, to help those who are in need. And if you stop and consider what Variety Club is really looking for in an honoree, I can't think of a better individual, a better candidate.
Ladies and gentlemen, the St. Louis Variety Man of the Year for 2004, Dennis Jones.
David, thank you very, very much. Thanks to each and every one of you here tonight, and thank you for that grand welcome. I must say, though it's not in my notes, that as you know, when they use my name, they include Judy's, as they should. We've been a team for a long, long time. David, thank you for your personal commitment to St. Louis Variety and to the St. Louis community, and it's certainly an honor for us to follow, for me to follow David as Variety Man of the Year 2004. Thanks also to the Board of Directors and all the great people at St. Louis Variety for this coveted award. And I need to see somebody to get a copy of that, because maybe Judy would watch it every day and we could... Probably not the right thing to say. And Sam Fox and Bucky and Tom and the others who spoke kindly, I'll see you at the bar and settle up in a few minutes. But those were kind words, and wow, how nice to be part of a great community like St. Louis and have friends that we do. I want to congratulate Alan Cohen for the honor bestowed upon him, and also want to congratulate Mary Ann Lee as Woman of the Year 2004, and her husband Dez, who I want to grow up and be just like. Yeah, I do. And he was Variety Man of the Year in 2000, in fact. So, you know, there's a lot of great families in St. Louis, a lot of great people, but it strikes me tonight that the Lee family, the Cohen family, the Fox family, the Nell family, and on are prime examples of what makes America so great. And these families and many, many other here tonight exemplify the great generosity within this fantastic community. And by the way, it's not just about money. It's also about time and effort and energy and caring and commitment. And tonight, I just want to say a word about those who, not only those who buy the wheelchairs, but those who push the wheelchairs, those who drive the vans. And to the moms and the dads and the brothers and the sisters and over 1,200 Variety volunteers, we appreciate you all. And I had to get that commercial in. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that we're going to have a great time tonight. I'm having a good time already, obviously, but and one thing from a male perspective, we had a lot of beautiful women on the stage already. We've had Marilyn Fox and Donna Wilkinson and Mary Ann Lee and the Variety Ensemble and more to come, but I want to introduce the most beautiful woman here tonight. She's my high school sweetheart. She's my trophy wife. She's my wife of 45 years, Judy Jones. Thank you. Judy and I are both thrilled to have her mother, Lorraine Pierce of Marshall, Illinois, which is where Judy and I were high school sweethearts. She's here tonight, and I want to thank her and our children, our grandchildren, and other members of our family for sharing this special honor with us. I'd ask them to stand, but for the sake of brevity, I'm just very appreciative of them being here. I also want to acknowledge the many very, very close friends who made a special effort to be here tonight. And thanks to each of you for being here and for supporting Variety. Well, tonight's about the children of Variety, so let's get on with the evening. Let's have some fun. Let's raise those funds needed to, again, this year, touch over 200,000 children in the St. Louis area, the children of St. Louis Variety. Thank you very, very much.